Are you tired of that constant, anxious search for the one? That feeling that there's a perfect person out there who will complete you, and if you just keep looking, you'll finally find them? This cultural myth creates more anxiety than it does actual connection. It sets up this impossible standard where every potential partner is measured against a fantasy, and real human beings can never quite measure up. The belief in the one prevents real connection because you're never fully present. You're always evaluating, always wondering if someone better is just around the corner. But true partnership isn't about finding a perfect person who checks every box on a list. It's about building healthy patterns with someone who is committed to growing alongside you. The shift we need to make is from an external search to an internal readiness. Instead of asking, "Is this person the one?" we start asking, "Am I ready to build something real with this person?" It's a fundamental change in perspective that transforms your entire dating experience from a stressful audition into a meaningful exploration. In this video, we're going to walk through 3 powerful mindset shifts. These shifts will help you release the pressure of finding a mythical soulmate and instead empower you to create a genuine, healthy relationship based on reality, not fantasy. The goal is to move from seeking completion to building connection. So let's break down exactly why this search for the one is so damaging. The first major problem is that it creates a checklist mentality. You start carrying around this mental list of must-have qualities, a certain sense of humor, a specific career, a particular lifestyle. You're not assessing the actual connection and chemistry between you. You're just ticking boxes. This turns a person into a set of attributes, and you miss the whole human being standing in front of you. This checklist approach inevitably leads to discarding good partners over minor imperfections. Maybe you have a great connection with someone, but they don't love the same movies you do, or they have a habit that annoys you slightly. The one mentality tells you that a perfect person wouldn't have these flaws, so you move on, constantly chasing a phantom. You end up overlooking people with incredible character, depth, and capacity for love because they fail to meet some arbitrary, superficial standard. Perhaps the most corrosive effect is how this mindset prevents true vulnerability. When you're always evaluating someone against an ideal, you can't let your guard down. You're constantly performing, trying to be the perfect version of yourself so you can attract this perfect person. And you're subconsciously judging them, looking for signs that they might not be it. This creates a wall between you. Real intimacy requires dropping the act and showing up as your authentic self, flaws and all. You can't do that when you're in evaluation mode. The focus becomes entirely on a future fantasy rather than the present reality. You're not dating the actual person in front of you. You're dating the potential of what they could be or what you hope they'll become. You get lost in daydreams about a perfect future life together, ignoring the actual dynamics of your present interactions. This is a dangerous form of emotional gambling, betting on a fantasy instead of investing in the reality you're building day by day. This creates a persistent, low-grade anxiety. That nagging question, is this person perfect enough? Are they truly the one? This question hangs over every date, every conversation, every conflict. It poisons the well. Instead of enjoying the process of getting to know someone, you're burdened by the pressure of making a final, monumental decision. It turns what should be a fun, exploratory phase into a high-stakes test. The final, crucial truth that the one myth ignores is that real, lasting relationships require work. With any partner, there is no human being on earth with whom you will never disagree, never face challenges, never have to work through difficult emotions. The idea of a soulmate suggests a frictionless, effortless connection, but that's a fantasy. Healthy relationships aren't effortless. They're built on effort. They're built on the intentional, daily choice to understand, support, and grow with another person. Believing in the one sets you up for failure because the moment real work is required, the moment a real, human problem arises, you think you've chosen wrong. You think, if they were the one, this would be easy. But that's simply not how love works. Shift 1, from perfect fit to growth partner. So, if we're ditching the search for the one, what do we replace it with? The first and most important shift is to move from looking for a perfect fit to seeking a growth partner. This changes everything. Instead of asking, do we align perfectly on every interest? You start asking, do we share core values? Do we have the communication skills to navigate our differences? A perfect fit is a static concept. It's about how you are right now. A growth partnership is dynamic. It's about who you can become together. The right person isn't someone who makes your life perfectly comfortable and easy all the time. In fact, sometimes the right person will challenge you in ways that feel uncomfortable, because that's how growth happens. They help you see your blind spots and encourage you to be a better version of yourself. This is why you need to assess how you handle conflict together, not whether you never disagree. Disagreement is inevitable and healthy. The critical question is, when you disagree, do you feel safe? Do you listen to each other? Do you work as a team to find a solution, or do you turn on each other? A growth partner is someone you can argue with constructively. You're on the same side, even when you see things differently. Compatibility is far more about direction than it is about identical interests. It's wonderful to share hobbies, but what truly matters is sharing a similar vision for life. Do you both value honesty, kindness, and integrity? Do you have compatible goals when it comes to family, lifestyle, or personal growth? Two people can have completely different careers and hobbies, but be perfectly aligned in their direction and values. That's the foundation of a lasting partnership. This shift forces you to focus on character traits over superficial qualities. It's easy to get caught up in looks, charm, or social status. But those things fade. Character is what sustains a relationship through hard times. Look for signs of empathy, resilience, accountability, and generosity. Does this person take responsibility for their actions? Are they kind to waitstaff? How do they talk about their exes or their family? These glimpses into their character are infinitely more telling than whether they like the same music you do. When you make this shift, a healthy relationship starts to feel less like destiny and more like teamwork. It's not a magical force that binds you together. It's a conscious commitment to building something. You're co-creators. Your partners navigating life's challenges side by side. This mindset is so much more empowering than waiting for fate to deliver your soulmate. It puts you in the driver's seat. You stop passively waiting for the right person to appear and start actively cultivating the qualities of a good partner yourself, while looking for someone else who is doing the same work. This is how you build a relationship that doesn't just feel good in the beginning, but one that gets stronger and deeper over time. Shift 2. From external completion to internal wholeness. Now, let's talk about the second critical shift, which is perhaps the most liberating one. This is about moving from seeking external completion to cultivating internal wholeness. So many people approach dating with this subconscious belief that they need to find someone to complete them. It's the idea that there's a piece missing, and the right partner will fill that void. This is a dangerous foundation for any relationship because it's built on neediness, not choice. When you seek completion from another person, you're essentially asking them to take responsibility for your happiness and emotional stability. That's an impossible burden to place on anyone. Healthy attraction comes from a place of addition, not neediness. It's the difference between saying, "I need you to make me feel whole," and saying, "I am already whole, and I choose to share my life with you." The energy of those two statements is completely different. One comes from lack, the other from abundance. This is where the principle "you attract what you embody" becomes so powerful. If you want to find a partner who is secure, emotionally available, and kind, you need to cultivate those qualities within yourself first. You become the partner you want to attract. This isn't about pretending. It's about genuine internal work. When you are comfortable with yourself, when you know how to regulate your own emotions, enjoy your own company, and meet your own needs, you stop emitting that desperate energy that often repels healthy people. Dating from a place of internal abundance versus dating from a place of lack changes everything. When you feel whole on your own, you're not dating to escape loneliness or to validate your self-worth. You're dating to find a genuine companion to share your already fulfilling life with. This allows you to be much more selective and discerning. You're not willing to settle for someone who treats you poorly or who isn't a good fit because you're not afraid of being alone. You know you'll be okay either way. The most attractive quality you can possibly have is being genuinely comfortable with yourself. It's magnetic. It shows up as confidence, but not arrogance. It's a quiet self-assurance that allows you to be fully present and authentic with another person. You're not trying to impress them or win them over. You're simply allowing them to see the real you. This creates the conditions for true connection to flourish. So, How do you start building this security within yourself? It begins with shifting your focus inward. Instead of spending all your energy swiping on apps or going on dates, dedicate time to your own growth. What are your passions? What brings you joy independent of a relationship? Invest in your friendships, your hobbies, your career, your physical and mental health. Learn to enjoy your own solitude. The goal is to build a life that you love so much that a partner becomes a wonderful addition to it, not the central source of its meaning. This internal foundation is what makes a relationship resilient, because your happiness isn't entirely dependent on the other person. You bring your own wholeness to the table. Shift 3, from finding to building. This brings us to the third and final shift, which ties everything together. We need to move from a mindset of finding to a mindset of building. This is the practical application of the first two shifts. Love is not a noun you find, it's a verb you create. It's an active process, not a passive discovery. The myth of an effortless, magical connection is one of the most damaging ideas in modern dating. The reality is that lasting love is built through intentional, consistent effort. It's built in the small, daily moments, not just the grand, romantic gestures. It's about the way you choose to communicate after a long, frustrating day. It's about remembering the small things that matter to your partner. It's about showing up, even when you don't feel like it. This is the work that forges a deep, unbreakable bond. Instead of focusing solely on that initial spark of chemistry, which is important, but fleeting, shift your focus to assessing someone's capacity for building. Do they follow through on their promises? Are they reliable? How do they handle stress or disappointment? Are they willing to have difficult conversations? These are the traits of a builder. A builder understands that a relationship is a project you work on together, day in and day out. Contrast this with the seeker mentality. A seeker is always looking for the next best thing. They're addicted to the thrill of the chase and the high of a new connection. But when the initial infatuation fades and real life sets in, they get bored or anxious. They mistake the end of the honeymoon phase for a sign that they're with the wrong person, so they leave to seek that high again elsewhere. A builder, on the other hand, understands that the honeymoon phase is just the beginning. The real magic happens when you move beyond it and start building something substantial together. The signs of a builder are in their actions, not just their words. They show up consistently. They're proactive in solving problems. They're invested in your happiness and well-being. They see the relationship as a priority worth investing in. When you're with a builder, you feel safe. You know that challenges will be faced as a team. You're not worried that a minor disagreement or a period of boredom means the relationship is doomed. You're building a foundation of trust, one small, consistent action at a time. This is how you create a love that endures. Your new dating mindset. So, let's bring it all together. These three shifts, from perfect fit to growth partner, from external completion to internal wholeness, and from finding to building, completely reframe your approach to relationships. They release you from the exhausting pressure of finding the one and empower you to become the architect of your own love life. The freedom that comes from releasing this myth is immense. You're no longer a passive seeker, hoping fate will deliver your soulmate. You are an active participant, capable of creating a meaningful connection with a real, imperfect human being. You understand that the quality of your relationship depends less on finding the right person and more on being the right partner and building the right patterns together. The right relationship, in this new framework, doesn't feel like you've found your missing half. It feels like coming home to yourself. It feels like a partnership where you can both be your authentic selves, support each other's growth, and build a shared life with intention. It's a conscious choice, not a mythical destiny. I'd love to hear which of these three shifts resonated most with you. Was it the idea of a growth partner, the focus on internal wholeness, or the shift to a building mindset? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this helpful, subscribe to Bond Lens for more practical frameworks to help you build healthy, lasting connections.